Fishing in the Niger Delta area has become increasingly hard for fishers as they experience hardship due to the pollution of water bodies by oil activities and invasion of the Nipa palm. The Nipa palm competes with the mangroves that protect the coastline and provides spawning ground for fishes and other seafoods. In a visit to two fishing communities in Rivers State, we were exposed to a preserved mangrove area and the other an extremely polluted and deforested area. Mangrove provides services to coastal communities as they check coastal erosion and also serve as a very efficient carbon sink, thus helping to mitigate climate change. The need to protect mangroves was stressed by environmentalist Dr. Nimo Basi and Professor Nine Barry Zabe, who explained the place of mangroves in the life of our communities.
So coming to a community like Kono and seeing the mangrove, you get to see that there are areas that are still quite clean, not contaminated by oil. And the mangroves are extremely important for the environment. At one level, they help to hold the coastline, the root system. The root system protects the coastline from erosion.
In terms of the services, the mangroves help in protecting the shoreline. It's a major carbon sink. Studies have shown that mangroves sequester more carbon, 5 times more than tropical rainforest. And mangroves also help in purifying the water. So when the mangroves are not protected, it means that the fisheries will suffer. It means that there will be a decrease in fish production. And when there's a decrease in fish production, then social tension will increase, because those who usually fish will now venture into illicit businesses like artisanal oil refining in the Niger Delta.
Efforts to preserving the mangrove has not been focused as they ought to be in the past. Now, with community people leading the efforts and sharing stories on their fishing efforts and stressing the need to organize effective advocacy, protecting the degraded mangroves may become within reach. The fishers frown at the continued pollution of their river and creeks through oil spills from both oil companies and illegal refineries. They urge governments to tackle these issues as well as the Nipa palm invasion. At Kono Fishing Settlement in Kana local government area of Rivers State, fishers have ensured that their mangroves are protected. The invasion of Nipa palm remains a threat.
This liver palm never come. You never do plenty. You don't come, but you never do plenty. You dey stay here, see far. That time we dey get enough fish, and any other thing you need, you go see am. But now, as this liver palm don't full, if you even enter there for some time, cold go catch you because of the place. But when we've been fishing under this mangrove, you go see when sun come, sun go enter ground. You go see everything. You go see everything because there is no cold there. But now, because of this liver palm, there is cold and everything, fish, even nothing fish stay there. You see, so now we start to suffer because we know they see enough fish as before. And in those days, when this liver palm never come, when me I been to go fishing, when I go catch fish, I go to sing song. Bari dorame le nulo, leya eyan le, leya eyan le, leya eyan le. As I go home, I go to enjoy because I catch something. But now, when we go, we don't catch anything again. You go sing, I go to sing song. Nobody me done nam suwa. Nobody me done nam suwa. So I go to sing that because you don't do enough as before. You see, so we gonna suffer because of this liver palm. So we're gonna tell government, make they come out this thing for us.
My own time that I fishing periwinkle. But when I start to pick periwinkle, I don't start to pick periwinkle 25 years today. But before when this leaf were not around, it's only mango. We always pick it up and we enjoy the isam. I use isam to train my children before. But now, because of this leaf that Oyibo man bring, we are not gaining anything from isam because this leaf pursue the isam unless the mango was there. So when we don't tire for the Eastern, because sometimes we go tire, we will not see them. I will begin sing one song. So tell my God, make it today to feed me. I will sing them.
Sing them.
Jesus damn. So now the bush no some again because of this leaf, and we need help from government because we are suffering. Before we dey pick 2 bags a day, but now before we get 1 coaster, you are waste. You go tie yourselves, sit down 10 times before you get 1 bucket. So we need government to help us so that we can get it some.
Like as I come this morning with my shoe, I enter here, cut this comb, and I put it down there. I fetch some of this obojo and that crab. Just this morning, if it was before, I supposed to get this thing now. Before you people come now, I'm supposed to get a full basket, but now I cannot get it again. So what I'm trying to say now, for you people, as people are going now, we need help from you people. Because like this water now, we don't feel get anything again. We cannot get anything again. We are suffering. I need help from you people. We need empowerment. At least they are selling 1 yard of net now about 500 naira, which we know that before was almost 10 naira, but now it's almost 1,000. And we cannot buy. Even if you buy it finish, you cannot get the fish. So we need empowerment. We need help. We need help. That is what is my problem now. We need help. Help us. We are suffering.
Bondo Ama Waterfront, a fishing settlement in Port Harcourt City local government area of the state. Oil and plastic pollution is a huge challenge. The pollution and search for fuel woods gave drastic damage to the mangrove in the area. Bondo Waterside, situated in Port Harcourt City local government area, it's an opposite of what the idea of protecting the mangrove is. Bondo Waterside is a polluted area with disappearing mangroves, and it's starkly different from the lush mangrove that was protected by the people of Kono community in Kana local government area of Rivers State. The fishers at Bondo complained that they no longer catch fishes or other seafoods since the mangroves where the fish breeds have been degraded by oil and plastic pollution. Both communities stressed the fact that they must be united so as to help one another in their efforts to defend their environment and improve their livelihood. They agreed that by working together, they can begin to shift the power dynamics and attract the help of governments and other partners to create energy access from renewable sources and also provide adequate sanitation.
When I build oyster used to, they normally call it in our dialect, we call it imbe. Apart from the oyster, we pick premenko. And for the imbe, this one where they call offingo, we call them ipopo. We normally do it. There is some we used to fetch it in our leg beside the swamp. But for these days, no one way you see. Even if you cross from here to Isaka, you cannot find one. Because due to the legal bunker that they are doing, the whole place is spoiled with oil. No one cannot get anything from it because of this illegal bunker. Because people do refinery, make it in a popular way so that they can do their own, not to be spoiling pipe anywhere in any land. And this anti-cousin, whether I don't know what they call them, they will come and set fire everywhere. All the old bush now, no one.
In our days of our first father, I used to go fishing with my father. We set net around here, close closer. We catch a lot of fish. Fish we full inside the net. We come and set the fish so that we use throughout the fish. When we catch fish, we use the fishing to feed our family and our younger ones that we go to Degradation. But in this, because of this illegal bunkering in Niger Delta, all over the place is so polluted, so bunkering. Ikpoko, shark, all those big fish, mullet. But up to now, if you go to the river, we not catch all those fish as we used to catch in our days because of the oil. So we are just begging the federal government stop all this illegal bunkering in our Niger Delta, and then stop the illegal bunkering. And one, some people always use dynamite. Dynamite is not used for fish. They use dynamite to kill fish. Some people they just use they used to call it Cameroon 40. Just like a chemical. When they pour in the ocean, all of the fish in the ocean will just die, and the fish will be within 30 minutes time. The fish will be floating in the river.
It's like 2 yards. When it goes settle,
They catch fish plenty. But nowadays, if na 5 yards, seven never deep reach. Nowadays net they make up 5 yards only to deep or the deep. But when my father when my father they fishing, just like 2 yards. When he coming, go just roll and for angala leg. Cut the angala leg. Do him like a arrow. Well, tie him, just keep him. Tie him, keep him. But nowadays, if you carry that 2 yard net into river, you not go catch any fish because the fish don't run, go inside. Nowadays, then they carry up to 5 yards of distance for the deep net. That kind net, now then they carry go. That me, my own, I somewhere they pick. They somewhere they pick. Before, when it just cross here, some plenty. You go pick as you like. Tire, come back. When it comes, sometimes you go pull out to the other side to Creek Road to go sell for market. But nowadays, though, the population don't increase for this water side. So when it comes, then they buy them. But we know they pick like before again. And one thing again, they some have now small. Some don't small finish. The first time when they pick, big some when we pick and call, then they go think say nice some will come from Bayelsa. But nowadays, some don't small. So I want to make that small ones make we allow them to grow small. Likewise, fish too. Here in Kata people, as with the one with the pull past to go in some, we go see in Kata people carry their in Kata up, their fish trap up. Now so different type of fish, they full inside, go, you go full. But now in Kata people say they don't catch fish again. I don't know whether not the waterproof the line they cause some that one, I don't know. And then this fish too, it good make we live when the fish born. When fish born, if you catch the big ones, the small ones go grow. Likewise, if you go to the bush, all poor, both small and big poor. If you pick only the big ones, the smaller ones go grow after 2 days time because water they enter bush. When the water enter bush, those ones don't grow again. People will go after 3 days time, you go see some pick. But nowadays, then they pick all the small ones. Just like I said, then they carry broom sweeper. So if some don't hard well. Now when is some kunku now, 500. That 500 is the best. People will get money won't buy it, but you know they see them buy. And likewise fish too. Fish there, don't big fish for you again. When we they pull past now, so it's so good go play. Some they jump into our boat. Nowadays, no songu for this place again. Even big fish have not enter this creek. When I can people they set fish here, set their net here. Big fish where then they catch come. Now all those big fish, I don't know whether I go fire, I don't know. All don't enter, go back to sea. So if government anyway when you go fit help us, make it help.
Fish. Processes are not there. More especially, they are dredging everywhere fish going to stay. Understand? Waterproof also chemical reaction, all the rest. So they are not there. One, population. 2, waterproof. This waterproof move very well. If you just blow fire is there. Blow fire, this chemical, this is there. But waterproof also contributed. I don't know, even as world grew, the fish itself is shifting back. Understand? There are something called
the 70. The sea quantity of fish. The 80, 90. You see they live buoyantly as a fisherman. The 2000, yeah. From 2001, 2003, 2000, this thing come down. There we begin to experience something. But I would like to tell the world that this our suffering that make they get the quantity or the feed where they got before. Now with the see less is caused by 2 things. Number 1, those our production companies, those who are producing waterproof as water. They didn't have a way they will accommodate their waste product. They will keep it, rather to channel everything to inside the water. The water gets deeper place, it gets shallow area. When fish climb up from when the water big, we go enter inside the mangrove and feed fine. When you come back, you go to deeper place to stay. But now when you go to all these deeper places, you see the waterproof is accommodated everywhere. I know where fish go feed relax and then that is feeding. When the water comes, you don't carry hole. As in carry hole now straight to the river. And if from the river, you carry all the corner of the mangrove, where do see big mighty stick. They were fish, they live, they accommodate, they bone, they span, they chop. Now that oil now, you don't go straight. The next thing, before 2 months, 3 months, you see the strength, the leaf, you don't begin to fall.
Environmental activists Professor Nipa Zabi and Celestine Apobari noted the need for stakeholders to come to the aid of the fishers and to stop the spreading of Nipa palm, which displaces the mangroves from the creek. They further call for the protection of the mangroves by community people and the government.
That's why we've been saying that those that are, handling the cleanup of Ogoni should conclude fire on time. I know that at some point, because they are going to also work within the creek, at some point they will also work towards addressing issues concerning Nipa Palms. They may not remove all, but at least they should. NDDC, this was one of the reasons why they set up NDDC, to address things like this. The stakeholders, the fisher folks, fishermen and women, men and women that get their livelihoods, the support from the mangrove ecosystem is very key, because we are hearing from them their challenges directly without staying in the academic environment to theorize. Catching the quantity of fish they used to catch in the past, and that the money they make from the fishing business is now pretty low, cannot even sustain their families. So one of the demands they are making is that we should talk to necessary stakeholders to come and restore the native mangroves here.
Healthy mangroves help in mitigating climate change by acting as efficient carbon sink. They also help to stabilize soil against coastal soil erosion. The mangroves should be protected and preserved.